This is gonna be great.
No.
Ow! I'm a paying customer.
No.
Oh, mate, how's your cheek? That looks like a sharpish one.
Yeah, I'll get him back. I'll get him back.
Look, Rolex, I mean, no one cares about Rolex. It's this obscure little brand that sits in a corner of the hall, not being noticed by anyone. The people don't care. Look at the queues.
It's huge.
You queue for a watch, you queue to look at a watch. Now
Is that what they're doing?
Yeah.
Look, is this just to look?
I have been reporting on Rolex for 12 years. I have been at the drop day for new Rolex for 12 years. The first 11, this is how much innovation they packed into the first 11 years. This is how much they packed into this year. It is a monster year for Rolex.
Innovation.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to. I'm a Rolex fanboy, but I'm gonna have to call bullshit on that.
Innovation. Let me define what I mean by innovation.
Coloured dials.
What,
doing
batshit crazy?
things.
Titanium.
They have a vintage reissue. They have titanium, which has been teased
Which is being done by everyone else. Vintage reissues and titanium.
I go on. We have bubbles, we have puzzle pieces. Whatever the marketing team retreat was this year, I want some of that in my life. I want to be on the next Rolex marketing retreat.
I want to get paid to talk about Rolex. How much are they paying you?
Am I being positive? Am I being negative? We haven't decided yet. Adrian, what do you think? You keep interrupting me, so I might as well just give you the mic.
Thanks. So I'm actually blown away by the amount of colour that's coming out from Rolex right now. I don't believe innovation. I don't believe that everything
It is unarguable that they haven't done anything this bold in 12 years.
Yeah, but that doesn't.
In other years, they increased the watch by 1 millimeter. That's the story. That's the
look
story.
at Oris. Look at Oris. Look at Tag.
I'm not comparing. I'm comparing Rolex to Rolex.
Look at
Oh,
IWC.
okay.
Rolex to Rolex.
Rolex to Rolex. Yes.
Okay,
1 millimeter is the story
okay,
versus this year.
okay, I understand that. This is the largest watch brand in the world.
Yes.
25% market share.
Yeah, okay, but they should be innovating
Yes.
so much further forward
Just
than where they
compare
are.
Rolex to Rolex. Don't talk about what they should be or how
Rolex,
they're not.
Rolex.
Oris,
Yes,
thank
yeah.
God
Okay,
they're not Oris. Compare Rolex to
You've got a
Rolex.
point here. Let's go
Round
go
to
through.
crowns.
One thing is for sure is that Rolex have had a good year. Can we agree Rolex have had a good year?
It's an exciting year. The
It
tone
is,
they
it
set
is.
when they actually, because the thing is, right, the other brands get complacent, that Rolex will get attention, but there won't be stories around
Yes.
it. It'll just be a moment where they get attention. This year, they kind of drop the mic on everyone.
Yeah.
Everyone's
I
been
But
talking.
no.
agree.
But every 14 years they do this.
Have I said it's positive or negative? I haven't
It's
yet.
called a
That's
Rolex
true, that's
fart.
true.
Every 14 years it happens, and you go, oh,
Dude,
okay, what's
you know
happening?
You need to eat a different diet if
Let's
you're
have
having
a
Rolex
rundown
farts.
of what we have.
Let's do the rundown of the watches. Let's go. Bubbles. Let's play a game. Tick, cross, that's it. And you can tell that.
Oh no, you need some bullshit around
The
it.
bubbles, I love this. I know it's a Marmite watch, but this is actually one of my favourite watches of the release.
What do you mean by that Marmite watch?
No, it is a Marmite watch. Have you not seen Instagram?
What is a Marmite watch? What does that mean? The people
Vegemite
just going,
watch.
Is that an animal? Is that a food
What do you have?
Is it a
Vegemite.
It's a
Vegemite.
Vegemite watch.
So it's a
Thank
watch
you.
that
Corrected.
you either love or you hate. I absolutely love this. It's a massive tick for me, and I actually want to get this watch in 36. I think it's killer. A little bit of fun, a little bit of colour, and within a serious case, I'm game on.
It's a tick for me. It's a tick for me, and I'll tell you why. There's 51 bubbles on the dial, and they each have a colour that references another colour OP. That's a geeky fact. That doesn't make you want it. I just like Rolex being fun. Last year I made a mistake of saying the Fron dial was a joke, a disaster, a horrible watch, a monstrosity. I'm on a waiting list for that watch, and I desperately want it in my life. And these things can happen, so I'm learning from my mistakes. I would initially have thought I'd hate the bubbles. I'm going against that and saying I like it.
Yeah, I want it.
This is definitely a no. The reason why I say it's a no is because I don't like how they've done the bubbles. They have intersected the logo with bubbles. They never have ever done this. No, this is a brand that
They're not taking
really.
themselves so seriously.
After they threw you two out, they are taking themselves seriously. So I'm really going to say
quite
is,
serious.
I'm shut down again, by the way.
it really is one of those things that this is a brand that really does take itself seriously.
Yeah.
You think of how it's intersecting in those. And the other thing is, why didn't they do something that was a little bit more kind of pushing the colours, putting it up? Because
Did you not see the puzzle dial, or?
Are we moving on to that?
Let's talk about how much more do you want?
No, what I mean is, for me, I
your
would have
words.
loved to. Fuck off. I would have loved to have seen this as a lacquered dial. I would have loved to have seen the colours to
that's
pop
true.
forward, and that for me would have
kinda
the
not an OP thing.
But this is a cheap. This is an entry level.
an OP thing.
But you're saying that this is an OP thing. Look at the old OPs. There were some beautiful
Stella
colours.
dials,
So,
yeah.
so when I'm looking
take
at
it
it,
back,
they're
he's right.
trying to make it kind of homage that.
Yeah.
Fucking do it.
Okay,
Yes,
cool.
okay.
Next.
Let's do Puzzel.
Okay.
I'm sorry. What the can I go first on this? Because it just
Please.
makes me smile.
I have a bad feeling you're going to change my mind on the Puzzle.
Okay, Puzzle. Okay,
Wow.
emoji.
It's like a
Emoji.
rocket just warming up its engines.
When you look at the emojis, you're like going, well, really? He did the best emoji watch.
Thank you.
And now when you look at that, it's like, what the hell are they thinking? Then the Puzzle, where does a relationship work with that? Then it's the love and all these kind of things. It basically is. And you know, this was one of the things. I spoke to my father about this, and he said, is this right? I thought they'd come out with a fake watch. And I thought,
it does have that
no,
element.
they haven't. And even when I was at the airport on Monday, when I saw it on my phone, I thought, this is not real. This is a joke.
George,
I thought this was on
say
Watch
it's a
and
tick.
Rivers.
Just cut to the tick.
And this is no. This is not. This is definitely not a tick. But
Yeah.
the reason why I'm saying this, and I want to just get into the one other thing. You need to be in a lot of crap with your better half, because this is going to be that present that you give her, thinking that you're cool, or him.
I didn't really feel. So is that a tick?
That's a no.
Okay, all right, fine. For me, this watch really gives me the vibe of those influencers that give you the hashtag blessed. It's
you guys are
it's a
ruining it
lot
for
of
me.
ideas. It's a lot of ideas. There's the puzzle
Yes,
pieces. There's
exactly,
the
you're on my
emojis.
side.
But the thing that really gets my gears grinding is the platitudes in the day window. Hope, gratitude, blessed, love, serenity, Bamford,
Peace.
stuff that just makes you rage.
Oh,
I don't
man.
like the platitudes. I think this watch as a concept is a mess. But I'll tell you one thing: when you see it on the wrist of ASAP Rocky and Rihanna both rocking the same watch, everything will shift. The temperature will change, and we'll say, "What a brilliant pop cultural mashup."
I don't think.
Mark my words. You heard it
So,
first.
tickle cross.
I love that he's disappearing back. Go on, Adrian. What?
You want me to
You
keep
guys
going,
have
don't
ruined
you?
it for me. So I was all
No,
for
they don't
this
want you
watch.
to go because you'll be burned.
I love it when Rolex takes something serious and makes something more playful, because it feels fun. It shouldn't work. Both of you have ruined it for me, because there is an element
Excellent.
of that live, life, love
Yeah.
thing
Yes.
about it.
Yes,
With-
that
with the-
sign
with-
you have in your kitchen.
No, I don't. I'm not like that. But also your point about puzzle emojis and that love
Platitudes,
stuff, the
bullshit.
platitudes.
Blessed.
Where's the connection? It feels as if some execs have sat in a boardroom and said, let's make this watch fun. What's fun? Puzzles are fun. Kids like puzzles.
Yeah.
Teenagers like emojis, and adults talk about.
But the other thing I will say to you is, yes, but it's also, these are all free. They haven't gone to a company and licensed any of this.
No, they
So-
redesigned them.
No, it
The
doesn't.
in-house designers
but
redesigned them
that means
and made them worse.
No. I agree. But
Stop.
no.
Okay, come on, stop. They're meant to be short.
All
They're
right.
short.
Yeah, it's short. Okay. So for me, I would have started this conversation saying this is a big tick, but after what you've ruined it for me. So it's no.
So where do you want to go? Do you want to go to one of your ticks?
I've got to be honest, this is one of the sexiest boxes I've ever seen.
Yep.
I might be biased because it's got a logo on it, but let's have a little look at this box.
Ooh, hello. This is the first time we've seen this
Yes.
as well.
So this is an About Effing Time winder by Wolf Winders. Whoa! Look at this bad boy!
Wow.
This is the Wolf Axis winder with the About Effing Time logo embossed in silver on that cuff in the middle.
Rockstars Wolf.
is a
Thank
How
you.
cool can a winder get? Do you guys want to know?
Tell me. Why is it so good?
It's programmable up to 1,200 turns.
I wish
at
you
a
were
time.
programmable.
I know, so do I. It counts down from those turns. So as we watch it now, it turns left, it turns right, it alternates the turning, which is really relevant depending on whether you've got a bi-directional or unidirectional rotor.
And look, no cables.
Look, no cables, it's working on batteries at the moment, also has AC power. Look, no, this is what Wolf do. This is their stock and trade. They are the best at what they do. It's leather bound, it's leather bound. It has powder coated steel.
That is
And
sexy.
this is
Pieces.
a limited edition?
We have a limited number. I
Limited
don't
number,
have the number.
okay.
It's $699 US. You help us
Buy it,
when you help yourself by buying this winder.
Thank you so much.
All right, let's talk about the titanium Yacht-Master 42.
You start.
So, I'm obsessed. I'm gonna be honest, I feel like this is Rolex pulling it back to doing what Rolex do. They're making a tool watch. They're making a stealthy, beefy, purposeful tool watch. Grade 5 titanium. They're going all in. Satin dial, satin grey dial. It's not even full black, and we have a satin bezel. This, for me, is just pure sex, and I'm annoyed that I don't have manly wrists to be able to hold a 42mm dive.
Well, you need
watch
to
like
go
that.
to a gym like once. Just even, you know, it's spelt J-I-M. Just look for it on your local neighbourhood street.
I have no comeback.
So is that a tick?
It's a massive tick for me. It's too big for me, but it's a big tick. Although the price, 12 grand for a titanium dive watch. Tudor.
Yeah.
Pelagos.
Pelagos.
Actually,
Nailed it.
didn't you call it a Pelagos
I
when
did
you held
actually.
it?
When I
Can
was
you tell that
shooting.
story quickly? Tell.
So I actually had a Freudian slip when I was talking about. I was doing my little video on the Yacht-Master, and I called it the Rolex Pelagos. That's what came to mind.
Do you know, I think I had a Freudian slip over at Patek as well, so it's kind of one of those.
Me. Okay, so it was a tick in concept, and it was a no on the wrist.
Oh, really?
Do you know why? I just can't truck with this idea that Rolex is light in the wrist. You're gonna love this watch in the renders, you're gonna love it in Adrian's video and Tom and Tide's video and on George's manly wrists. But when you feel
Never
it,
go on my wrist.
something in you're just gonna feel this trickle of blood coming down your ear as your brain has an aneurysm. Because it's not what Rolex does, and I couldn't truck with it in person. I felt like if I'm spending 20,000 Australian dollars or something in that realm, I'm just not buying it. It isn't a Richard Mille.
Yeah.
It isn't, you know, it isn't a Hublot, which makes
But it's
luxury
engineering.
light. I know, but it's not what a Rolex is. So I loved it in concept. Didn't like it on the wrist. It's a no, and the price is wrong.
The
So-
price is wrong.
I'm going to say no to this, and
Right.
I'm instantly coming out of the bar.
You saying no to Rolex is very unsurprising.
No, it's not unsurprising. But what I would say to you is, I am wearing a watch that I
Oh
launched
my
3 years ago that's
God.
titanium. Tag Heuer
Drink,
did
everyone
titanium.
drink.
No, but I'm not going into that. This is a brand that can innovate so further forward than anyone else. So this is a brand.
Cheers,
that
guys.
can-
I'm going to start drinking for the Tag Heuer mentions that start now.
No, but this is a brand that could innovate more than anyone else. And the thing is, it has got an anniversary this year. And
Yes.
for me, this is something that really bugs me, is that they
true.
probably
That's
would
such
just
a
do a
good point.
normal Kermit as a thing. This is the watch they should have done
Yeah.
as the new Submariner.
Yeah.
But they didn't. Of course they didn't, because they don't think. And that's my thing, is it's one of those things
Okay.
where you're looking at it and thinking, okay, they're not thinking about this heritage. And that's the
That's
thing,
such
is
a good
when
point.
anytime anyone talks to me about, hey, they're thinking of this, or they don't care. And that's where I look at this and go,
I care about the length of this video. GMT. In Jubilee, yellow gold, black and grey, bi-colour ceramic, tick or cross?
Tick. Massive tick. Two-tone.
Huge tick.
But the big
Let's-
thing that I
I'll
want to
cut straight
mention is I can't wait for this to come out in steel. Because it's steel with a black and grey bezel, game on.
I've got a new saying from 2023. Go yellow gold, go yellow gold, or go home.
I'm actually going to put a tick on this
Oh,
on the
really?
black and grey. I think GMT full gold. I love that watch, and I think it is back to the homage of the original
Yep.
vintage ones. I think that is, for me, a real kind of knock forward. I hate grey, but this works.
I love grey.
This
I'm
is
all for grey.
the grey guy. I hate grey guy. Black and grey, sexy, man.
What's next? Have you
Next
Yeah, what's
is the Platinum Daytona, #1. Go.
Game on, love it. This is one of my favourite Rolexes of all time. Amazing colourway, and I love the fact they've opened up that display case back to show Rolex's finishing. However, I do feel like this is Rolex's
When you said
answer.
Rolex is finishing, he squealed like a little
We have
pig.
to remember this is mass produced finishing. This isn't hand finishing.
pretty damn good, though.
Like
I
Patek.
think it's
It is
pretty
nice,
good.
but I do feel like this is Rolex's answer to Omega and them showing their high-end finishing
Yeah.
on the high-end Speedmasters.
Okay.
I can't help but feel that there's a connection there.
It's a cross from me. The original was way better, and I'll tell you why. Because you get that little bit more platinum, which means there's more money in your pocket, on your wrist. Secondly, there's a clash here. While the size is bigger, you made a good point. The precious metal Daytonas are bigger than the steel ones.
Yeah.
which is something that not most people know. So it is definitely a beast on the wrist. It's much, much bigger than a standard Daytona. As I've griped about many times, the Daytona's an effeminate watch. It's lovely.
But
it's
they've
slim,
increased.
it's
Oh, we're going
light,
to talk about
it's
this in a
dainty.
second.
This is a big beast, and it looks cheap with a clear case back. I don't like it. It's a cross.
Cheap. Wow.
Yep, it does.
George.
I think I don't understand the whole thing. I look at it and I'm just like, this is a no. The other thing is, if we're talking about innovation, and this is my 2 second on this, is why not bring something like the Jean-Claude Killy back? Bring something that comes back into such a great way. This, no.
We've still got problems.
Is there any other watches?
What's next?
Last one, and I would say almost the most discussed this year because it came out of the big blue sky.
Yes. Yeah, this is
the
a big one.
1908. So I'll give you a little preamble on this one. This is not from 1908. This is a watch inspired by an amalgam of watches from the 1930s, which brings in vintage touches like the observatory hands, the coin bezel, some of the elements of the now deceased rest in shame Cellini. Gone. Are you a ticker across for the 1908?
I'm a big tick for the concept. I feel like this design isn't for me, so this particular thing has a cross. However, I am excited to see where this goes, where this concept of diving into the vintage dressier watches. There's obviously a big push on trends of dressy watches, but the watch itself, cross, concept, tick.
Okay. I'm a huge tick for this watch. I tried to hide it in my intro by throwing a bit of shade. Fucking love this watch.
Oh, really?
The Calatrava, just swing around a little bit. Marcus, just quickly, have a look. So as you can see, the two heavyweights are right opposite each other in the hall. And you know what? If there was a UFC card of Cellini versus Calatrava, there'd be empty seats, there'd be no blood on the canvas because the Cellini wouldn't have even turned up.
That's a good point.
And by the way, I do like
point.
the moon-phase Cellini, so it's not all bad for the Cellini, but it's gone anyway, so we can move on. The 1908 is the new contender to take on the Calatrava. That's the sole reason I think it's come. I absolutely love this watch on the wrist. The clear caseback for me is a tick. It failed in the Daytona for me. It works here. Lots of vintage touches, but still very much a modern watch. I think it has huge potential. I want to see it go pound to pound with the Calatrava in a UFC card. I'm there, I'm drinking beer. There's going to be thousands of people turning up for this one. It's a tick.
I can tell by George it's across.
This is going to be in the same graveyard as Cellini. For me, I'm really sorry to say, this is one of those things that if you're talking about them caring about the vintage, there is so many better watches out of the vintage. Why bring this out and get rid of the Milgauss? For me, that is something.
They're not connected, George.
No, but you're getting rid of an icon to try and create a new icon. You look at the vintage Milgausses; they were so cool. Or I've talked about the Jean-Claude Killy or something.
Or a bubbleback or something.
Bubblebacks or whatever the hell it is. But you know what I'm saying to you is going for their vintage, and then they say we care about the vintage and this neo-modern crap.
Yeah.
Honestly, it really is.
Can you just say what you mean, George?
For
God's sake, man, stop dancing around the point.
This is definitely a no, and honestly, can we move on?
Okay, alrighty.
I think it's time.
Thanks. Bye.